be functional. We are now formally live. Everything should be working. Bob's your uncle. And I've already tweeted that we're officially live. So if all things have gone according to plan, you guys should be able to see me and life will be good. That is a lovely Windows notification sound that my controller has just connected. So we are truly ready to rock. We are well and truly prepared today. Right. We'll be doing a little bit of stimulus solos, so to start with, I want sprint to fire speed, shoot movement speed. I don't know what I want. Hey there, Tactical Scottish, Kappa's on, Jedi Master, for sure. Welcome everybody. Good to see you all. Hope you're doing well. We're still trying to figure out what we want here. Let's go with the marathon stock. Why not? Okay, that's a Car 98. Sorted. Are there any nicer Car 98s? Or do I own all of them? Let's have a look in the armory quickly. The old, weapon whatchamacallit. Hey there, Nicholas. Welcome, Lord Destruction, Jank. Lovely to see you all, guys. Hope you've had a good start to your week. I'm intrigued. Do I own... Is there a nicer Car 98 than the ones I already own? I don't think there is. That's sad, isn't it? I was expecting something just a little bit better than that. What in the name is this? Blazing Blue Indigo Tracers. Damn. I mean, that would be cool if they weren't on such sucky weapons. But until then, I don't think I'll be using those. Striking distance. None of these just look particularly nice, do they? Right, let's... Anywho... A bit of buyback, because that's what we're about. Hey there, Matthew, good to see you. Angie, welcome. Diego, Alex, welcome everybody. Lovely to see you all, guys. Hope you've had a good start to the week. It's Monday, I know. Monday. Absolutely hate Monday, but we're here anyway. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you had a good start. I hope you've had a reasonable day. As we dive into some skin-based matchmaking in Warzone. Hey there, Ronan. Good to see you. Yeah, decent start to the week. Decent start to the week. There are quite a few keyboard and mice players in this lobby, and that bothers me. That gives me question marks. You know? I mean, one of them is right, we're not doing that lobby. That guy was literally called a sweaty boy. Hey there, Gunnison. Good to see you, buddy. Welcome, everybody. It's Blue Monday. Yeah, apparently it's like the most depressing Monday in all of the year. Whatever that means. Everybody hates this Monday specifically. Wow, this is a whole lot of keyboard and mice players. We're not playing with anybody specifically at the moment. I'm sure I'll have some DMs whilst I'm live saying, hey, do you want to do this? And I'll be like, yay, why not? But we're just going to start off with some stimulus solos. I actually quite like stim solos because it lets me sort of talk to you guys about what it is exactly that I'm doing in game. Which is nice. I don't always get to do that. We will be live during the midweek as well, as usual. First player we kill is a rose skin, that's always encouraging. I'm sure this is going to be a totally non-sweaty lobby and everything will be fine. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, I can already sense these lobbies are going to be filth. Why did I skip the first lobby? Crap ton of keyboard and mice players. And if I'm on a controller, I don't really want to face keyboard and mice players. I'm not too huge on the Cold War MP5 jank. I get it's like faster rate of fire, but I find it gets less headshots and has much more kick.
Playtime's over, mate. You're going to the Warzone.
Hey, let's see if we can reach 50 likes to start with today, folks. We love a Warzone sweat zone. We love a Warzone sweat zone. In our budget Venom outfit. Right. Do you know what? Yes, I'm gonna go for train. Why? Because I reckon I'll be alright at train. How do I feel about Activision hiding stats? I think it's a bit shitty, to be honest with you. Like, I don't think... Like, I think... Put it this way, the only reason they would have hit the stats is because people started talking about SPMM more, and it was negatively affecting the game, and maybe they thought, oh yeah, you know, people keep talking about SPMM, people will stop playing Warzone or they'll think it's bad, and lo and behold, they disabled it. I don't even think it has anything to do with content creators. You know, there is an argument that, like, maybe it was leading to a lot of harassment and stuff, and I get that. But at the same time, I actually don't think that had anything to do with their decision. Wow, we've just been instantly deleted by, what was that, AK-74U? Well, that guy does not miss either. Have I tried the Krig? I can't say I have, actually. I don't really see the value in the Krig. You know? To me, it's just a more inaccurate version of... Well, a less powerful and slightly more inaccurate version of other weapons that already exist. Do I play Battlefield 1? From time to time. Haven't done it on stream recently. Battlefield 1 wasn't really my favorite game, if I'm being honest. As far as Battlefields go, it's kind of in my like... Maybe in my top 5, but not quite. I don't like the way weapons behave in Battlefield 1. I don't like the random bullet spread. It pisses me off. It's the one thing about that game that I despise. Right, we've re-achieved a cache deployment. The Stoner is very much broken at the moment. Or at least the barrel that gives it like 75 bajillion bullet velocity is. I think it's safe to say that basically every attachment in Call of Duty Warzone that is from the Cold War era weapons needs complete reworking. I mean, I guess I'm just gonna have to wait for my loadout drop. I can buy one, but at the end of the day, I'm not really gonna gain much from it. Yeah, the AUG is a very viable weapon. I think the thing that keeps me away from tactical rifles at the moment is that they only work at medium range, you know? Like, they're not really great long-range weapons, and they're not particularly good close-range weapons either. They're just sort of medium range or bust. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I just tend to play medium range plus sniper. Or close range and sniper. I don't normally play anything of that kind of variety. I mean, it's not long till the new loadout drops, so like, I could go get one, but don't really know if there'd be much value in me doing that. I don't even think the Krig is that accurate. To be honest with you, over range, it actually bounces around a fair amount. Or at least I think there is a relatively noticeable bounce to the weapon. That must have been frosty, Torbis. It must have been absolutely frosty. Ice fishing in... Oh, God. Not for me, Chief. There is a guy in that train tunnel. I mean, I was going to go for my loadout, but I feel like that's probably not a good idea now.
Enemy UAV overhead.
And that means I'm immediately on radar.
Enemy UAV overhead.
I mean, this guy is literally just right above me, isn't he?
Enemy UAV overhead.
Gonna reload this. This guy is literally just like, I literally have no kills because this pilchard's just gonna sit, isn't he? Like, he has no intention of shooting back. Absolutely not. What a load of Oh, he has the FFAR, so I lose. Okay, brilliant. We're off to a flying start today. I'm just gonna hang in the sky till my loadout comes in. Who do you think ends up in the Super Bowl? I would hazard to say that it would probably be Packers, Kansas. Actually, no, Packers, Bills. Because I think with... Well, first and foremost, I'm going to wait for my loadout drop to come in here. Because it's literally pure RNG at the start of the game. And this is my warm-up game. But I would say Packers, Bills. I think the Bills will beat Kansas City without Mahomes. Because he won't be back in time with concussion protocol. Yeah, I'm literally just going to chill in the sky and wait for my loadout drop. This pure RNG. Like, until I have my weapons, there's no guarantees about anything. That's what you want to see.
Gas inbound. Safe zone relocated.
I mean, when Aaron Rodgers is your quarterback, you're probably always going to win, you know? Or at least the likelihood of you losing is definitely quite low. God, this has been such a slow round.
Enemy UAV overhead.
I haven't been to the Isle of Man. This window got busted. Hmm. I support the Jags, Sir Atcher. Unfortunately. Well, I say unfortunately, we've probably got a good season ahead of us with the new head coach and a crap ton of draft picks, but we're nothing special. Oh god, not supply choppers. They're just loud. They don't do anything anybody wants. They're just loud. Right, I'm gonna pick up a UAV. I mean, Urban Meyer's a good coach, and like, you know, with the number of draft picks we have, if we don't do something in the next year, we should be embarrassed. Like, if we have Trevor Lawrence at QB and we don't win something, or don't achieve at least a good run in the season, we should be formally embarrassed. I don't think Gardner Minshew's a bad QB. I just don't think he's necessarily a great QB either. I don't think he's a franchise-building QB.
Less than 50 enemies remain.
I don't like the look of that guy. Bunch of jump shotting. Signals to me that that would be a rather sweaty push. I thank you guys for 50 likes. We're going to keep the ball rolling here. I mean, 31 meters. This guy has to be in here, right? Just going to keep some tabs on this kid. What's his plan? Where's he moving, you know? He was a very jumpy, sweaty boy. That's his plan, I see. That guy from earlier is still in there? Oh my god. This kid from earlier who killed me is still in there.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Where? I mean, I'm just not having it, you know? He has camped in that building for an exceedingly long time.
Be advised, there's an enemy team hunting you.
Of course there's an enemy team hunting me. Why am I in no way surprised?
Gas is inbound. Marking new safe zone.
I mean, I don't know what's worse, that or the fact that there's only 29 people left. Literally, like, I don't know why people play Stimulus so passively. Like, it's literally Stimulus. If you die, you come back in. Do they not get the memo? Like... Like, did nobody tell them that Stimulus was a thing? Right, now if that guy gets into ATC Tower, which I reckon he will, then this will be a very bad game.
Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel. RTB for resupply.
I can only work with the information I've got here. And the information I've got is telling me that this is a bad idea. But it's also telling me that if I don't do this, I'm also equally as boned.
Ground. Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
There's somebody on top of that tower. See, this kid's crazy. If you're the only person up here, how the hell are you not watching the lift? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know you're the only guy up here. How do you not sit on the lift? Right, this guy's gonna come straight up. I'm willing to put money on it. Straight up, and we'll just try and rinse me. 25. 28. He's thinking to himself, should I push? Should I not? 36. Or he's going to stay in the lower tower and feel content in the lower tower. It's really up to him. I mean, stimulus is over in 4 minutes, so whatever he chooses. Now's his time to shine. I think he's going for the door now. He's going for the door, which means he's coming into this tower soon. I mean, I find it quite striking that he didn't... I mean, where is this guy? Is this guy even... Is he indoors? Is he outdoors? Like... I reckon if he hears me sniping, he might go for me. He's certainly a lot closer. Like, I don't really want to be sitting here watching a door, but I also don't have a claymore or a bouncing Betty or basically anything, you know? Like, I have no objective way of defending myself. And I can see this guy pushing. Like, I can see him thinking about it, wondering if it's worth it. And I reckon once he sees this zone, I reckon he'll go, yeah, I need to push. That's my worry here. So this guy is eventually going to figure out that he needs to be in this tower. Yep, there we go. He wants it. Oh no. Okay. What are you thinking? What a curious little move. Very strange. Very strange. Like, I don't understand that. Alright, thank you very much, Cosmos, for the $5 super chat. I like your content and approach to the game. Do you ever do duos or trios with your subs? Yeah, we do. Traditionally, we actually normally do that today. But because Stimulus is in the game at the moment, I want to play a bit of Stimulus. I find Stimulus can be quite exciting. This kid came back? That's crazy. But yeah, we definitely do play with subscribers and viewers and Discord members and channel members quite frequently. When I'm not with the YouTube lads, I'm with the lads, you know? This guy's 26 point. He has full intentions of possibly just sitting in that building all day. I think when he sees me get into a gunfight, he'll be like, oh, maybe I'll think about doing something. I've got to be careful with how passive and active I am up there. Because I'm a raging target up here. Everybody knows I exist here, you know what I mean?
Enemy soldier incoming.
I reckon a lot of people are going to start pushing this eventually. Feasibly some trios and quads a little bit later, yeah. To be announced. I think a lot of people are going to want me. I just got sniped from about 6 different locations there. There was about 3 scope glints watching me there. Because they all know I'm here. Like, there's no... You know, it's not a secret. I exist here, you know what I'm saying? Like... The good news is this guy has brought me some trucks to use. Again, I've just got to be careful here, because people... people want this tower. They want to be in the tower. I mean, this is our warm-up game, so it would be nice to start with a win. I've just got to periodically check this thing. If I love the watchtower so much, why don't I marry it? I think about that question every day. And when you're in solos, like... What are you doing? What are you firing and why? When you're in solos, you need to take a power position and you need to hold it. That's the thing about solos. Alright, I know what my play is here. I actually have a good idea for a play here. And I think it will work. Like, nobody's willing to push me, but also at the same time, you have to recognize that, like, people wait for opportune moments in solos. People will happily wait 10 minutes if they think that it means that they have a better chance of killing you. You know? I've got to watch my 6 here, because there is a guy in my building. There we go. I can hear you. Just need to make sure I don't get hit from behind. Alright, he's coughing in the gas. I don't mind playing Stimulus solos. Sure, it's not like a huge amount of kills, but... it's fun talking strategy. If this bounces towards me, I'm laughing. Ah. The supply choppers are very annoying. I'm willing to sit in the gas for a little bit here. And that's a GG. That's a GG. Ah, what a lovely start to the day, eh? Classic. We love to see it. First day in the bag. Cheeky win. GG. A solid GG, boys. Like, it's all about patience. Like, the thing about solos is that it's fundamentally about patience. It's not about who can rush in and kill so-and-so. It's about who can sit, wait, figure out the best move, and then move again. You know what I mean? And that's just the nature of it. That's just the nature of, how solos work. Sure, I'd love to play super massively aggressive on every single play, but it's just not beneficial to your overall goal. More than happy to just sort of play the gas there, let it move, let the gas sit on me for a moment, because I knew that guy, obviously the guy below me knew I was there, because I fired my sniper like 3 or 4 times. So he knows I'm above him. So naturally, he's thinking to himself, well, I'll get ahead of the gas and hold him out. But if you sit in the gas and no one comes, you can just identify their position and get an easy kill. Which is what we just did there. So, a very solid first round. We'll take it. I'm definitely going to change skin, though. Like, I feel like the bright red is kind of giving me away a little bit. So I will equip Sweatzone rose skin. Not for a lack of tryharding, but just because it's the intelligent thing to do. But it's just how you do it. And to be honest with you, that guy who airstriked me at the end, he was guessing. Like, I knew his airstrike wasn't accurate because I knew he guessed. Because he didn't know where I was. Like, he had no idea when I shot at him. And again, you know, play gas again, go through the building. He's expecting me to be out front. Because people presume in Warzone that you're meant to always be in the zone. Like, people never expect somebody to hit them from the gas. And 9 times out of 10, I am literally in a lobby. Please don't let that be the real symphony. If that's the real symphony, I will be laughing. If it isn't, then it's banner. But would it surprise me? No, it would not. No, it would. I mean, me, Stod, and Westy played Symphony and Merc JD Kid or whatever the other day. So, yeah. Saw a stream title saying 4.9. How and why did you lower it to 3.5? So we update Arcady weekly. So the actual, having actual, like, KD stats, having, like, career stats never works. So, like, say, for example, my career KD is actually 2.8. But you have to bear in mind, that includes plunder, where I level up my weapons and don't go for kills. That includes getting shitty footage where I'm not really trying to play the game properly, I'm just getting background footage. So weekly KD is probably the most accurate depiction of my current status in-game. So yeah, that's why it's changed. My weekly KD went down a little bit because of the end of DMR zone. But, you know, it's fine. I'm quite satisfied with my quality of gameplay, you know? Like, I don't... As much as I put the KD in the title because I know it lures some people, for me personally, I know my quality of gameplay is solid. That guy just did like a kung flu flip. What the hell was going on there? That was mental. Homeboy came in sideways. But yeah, that's why I lowered down a little bit. To be honest with you, I've played against a lot of professional players, which has been a nightmare. I was up against Tommy from 100 Thieves. I've played against, what's his name? Jukesy. I've played against a bunch of guys from London Royal Ravens. I've played against Symphony. I've played against Nick Merckx. I've played against a bunch of Facebook streamers. Like, just playing with people like Westy, Stod, Jack. Like, our SPMM is so high, we just get matched with these guys all the time. Like, nearly all the time. It's borderline ridiculous how frequently it happens. And they are good players. Like, I know a lot of people are like, oh, these guys get bot lobbies or so on and so forth. But I guarantee you play those dudes, they will clap your cheeks. Some of them are extremely good at the game. I think some of the UK guys are probably the most impressive, like Jukesy. I think Jukesy's is one of the most impressive players I've ever seen in Warzone. Like, just at Call of Duty, generally speaking, just in terms of his movement. But like the way some of these guys play, it's just it's mesmerizing to watch. And I think I've learnt a lot playing with some of the dudes I play with. What? What a load of BS. That was the most... the most rigged load of BS I've ever seen. That kid should have died. 3 shotgun blasts to the chest. That's why I don't use shotguns. That is literally why I don't use shotguns, because they are the most inconsistent pieces of trash in Warzone. We gotta be careful here, because we don't have stimulus. We could just get clapped real early on here. I mean, it's legit We Hate Shotguns 2021. Because that guy, I had that guy dead to rights. There and then. Like, so dead to rights. The thing is I actually think that the Hewer shotgun is... You gotta be kidding me. I actually think the Hewer shotgun is actually half decent. In terms of pump actions, it's definitely the best pump action that exists. But that did not do it any favors. Yeah, really could do with getting our stimulus back here. And this lobby is dying quickly. Ah, I've got my stimulus. An early game heartbeat sensor would be beautiful right now. I actually think a pistol would beat a shotgun in most scenarios. It's a shame because I genuinely do think that shotgun is like actually remotely decent compared to other pump action shotguns, but I guess pump actions generally speaking are just terrible. I'm gonna go say that there's probably gonna be a guy. Yep.
Disregard that. Relocating.
I actually didn't see him until he kept moving there. Oh, believe me, I've died plenty of stupid ways like that before. Okay, okay, we got people fighting below me. The dude he was fighting is definitely still alive. Oh, these guys want me. These guys absolutely want me. This guy right here is gonna try and peek me. He's thinking, wow, I hate this kid. This kid's bad. I want to kill him. Blah, 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 blah. All of the usual regular vindictive revenge stuff. I can always put money on it. I'm gonna throw a smoke grenade to confuse him. I'm almost willing to bet that there is somebody just sitting on that garage. There we go. There he is. Told you guys. He was going to look for a weapon, and he wanted me. Oh god, that was poor aim from me. And that is somebody thinking about coming up my ladder. I'm not in a great position here. Hey there, music man. I knew he'd think about it. This kid absolutely hates me, honestly. He hates me so much. I guarantee you. He's gonna go to bed tonight punching his pillow. Am I surprised? No, not really. You could just tell he wanted me, like he wanted death. And he's just quit the game. Outstanding. What a bad player. I don't feel comfortable, like, scoping in on top of these big roofs. Because I can almost feel somebody lining up the shot. You know what I mean? Like somebody seeing me going, that's easy pickings. I play solos like I'm constantly on the verge of being attacked. You know what I'm saying? I play solos like there is somebody around every corner getting ready to slap me in the face at the next moment's notice. And I'll be honest with you, that's the right way to play it. There is a guy on that roof to my right here. I've got to think long and wise about how I'm going to approach this. I mean, what I'm seeing here is 2 loadouts. Don't watch Battlefield 6 rumor videos, cause they're all made up. That is my usual spiel when it comes to that. My usual spiel, indeed. Literally every rumor video is just some dude going, what are some moderately educated guesses I can make about the next Battlefield title? This guy does not miss.
We're not done yet.
Yep, that guy's definitely hacking. 100% hacking. I refuse to believe that he is not hacking. Headshots, headshots, more headshots. Let's have a look. Yeah, definitely. 100%. 100% hacking. Good God. What a noob. I didn't even realize, like, I thought he had his loadout. So at first I was like, kind of legit, you know, definitely could hit me like that. But the kid was using default weapons. 100% hacking. He literally peeked over the edge and instantly beamed me. I'm going to stay in the lobby on the off chance that he is going to get killed by someone else. But 120% that is a hacker. And it does not surprise me at all because hackers have been running riot the past few days. Like if he had his loadout guns, I probably would have given him the benefit of the doubt and thought, you know, probably, you know, actually maybe not. But the fact that he didn't have his loadout guns and clapped me like that, yeah, no chance. Literally no chance he's not. Like especially the MK2, like the MK2 carbine is notoriously inconsistent, like in terms of how it handles. And he bullied me like I didn't exist. 100% Tripex. It's oh god, I hate these ones so much. Yeah, it's been filled with hackers recently, dude. Like it's been bad. There's probably some crappy Russian website out there or something that's doing it again. What was it? UAV on Lineville? Has everybody just found their Grand's UAV? It was just decided to set it free. I just don't get why people hack. Like, do you know what I'd be willing to do? I think they should charge players £5 to play a Call of Duty Warzone. £5. You charge players £5, $5, whatever it is. Because that's enough money that most hackers will go, nah, I won't do that anymore. Genuinely. Either pay for anti-cheat or do that, because that's the only way this is going to stop. If they charged £5 for Warzone, and if you were hacking, your account was banned. Okay. And if you were caught hacking, your account's perma-banned, IP ban, hardware ban, whatever it happens to be. Why do I feel like that's the same person? I'm almost willing to bet on it that that's the same guy, because that sounds like an MK2. That sounds like an MK2 carbine. I actually think it's the same dude. Maybe not.
C'est vraiment qu'une grosse.
Either way, they're dead.
Oh, fuck off.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Ah, he's just been instantly murdered. That was the same dude who came back again. Yeah, the guy who I fought was Cobra, but that guy was sus too. That guy was spam cannoning an MK2. Have hackers figured out that the MK2 is the new FAL or something? Because that's what it feels like.
Gas is moving in. New safe zone located.
I'll keep an eye out for Cobra. If I get killed by some dude named Cobra, I know what's happening. I knew there'd be one. That's a hacker. That's literally a hacker. There's no... You don't AR somebody like that. You don't. That is literally a hacker. Right here. Look at him. Look at how accurate he is. He's like over 300 meters away from me. And he's beaming me like I'm literally in his existence. I got him! Goodbye, Cobra! Goodbye, Cobra! See you later, Cobra. Bye-bye, little hacking bitch. Leroy Jenkins. Bye-bye, Cobra. You're trash. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Absolute trash. He is absolute trash. And I clapped him.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Mark the target.
I'm just not having it, you know? I mean, he might come back, sure, but... I reckon that's him. That kid's gonna be absolutely fuming. Hey, thank you, Killalicious, for becoming a private. We love to see it, dude. It would deter a hacker, because if they can't just make a free account over and over again, they'd have to physically spend their own money. And the second they have to do that, it won't be worth their time. Because most hackers aren't like some malicious dude who like hates the gaming world and his life goal is to hack constantly. Most hackers are just dudes who are so bored, so crappy, and so shit at the game, or have bad PCs, that they just hack because that's the only enjoyment they get out of it. And they find a place to get the hacks for free, and once they're banned, nothing happens. Hey, thank you, Killalicious, for becoming a member. I just need to watch my 6 now and make sure that doesn't happen to me. But if you charge £5, you know, they'd have to spend a lot of money. A lot of money. Like, imagine that. If they get banned once or twice, that's 5, 10, 15, 20 quid. You know? To the extent that they... And also, another thing as well, is that if Call of Duty detects the same payment method or a payment from the same IP, they can ban the account instantly. They can pay for a hack, but if they pay Call of Duty Warzone, and Call of Duty Warzone only allows bank cards from legitimate retailers, or PayPal from one email address, from confirmed PayPal accounts, instantly ruined. That was the other guy we thought was hacking. Shavalor. And he's dead. Jesus Christ. I bet there's a guy up here. Oh my god. You have to pay £5.99. You have to have a verified phone number. You have to use a specific bank card. Things like that would cut down cheating massively. The hacker, I bet you the hacker's specking me. I bet you the hacker is specking me right now. I'm gonna play patient here, because if I make it clear that there is somebody in the tower, every one of these last 6 players is gonna focus on me. That's the... Yeah, I agree with you, Xivik. You know, COD needs to get better at banning people, but if they do that and combine it with that small paywall, I think it'd be enough to really reduce the hacker problem. To really, really, really reduce it. Oh, no! So close. Ah, finished second. IP bans would be difficult due to VPNs. That's the only thing. You can spoof an IP address relatively easily. That was not bad, dude. That was not a bad game. We got a little bit unlucky towards the end there, but that was not bad. I'm not mad about that game. Alright, let's see if we can find this Cobra geezer and ban him. I'm also going to report that Chauvin guy, because that guy was sus as hell. Here we are. Cobra. Block player, report player, cheating. Sorted. Unlucky. So we got very unlucky there. Thank you very much for the support so far, guys. 100 likes. Let's see if we could smash 2. Yeah, I mean, it was a bit of a 50-50. Part of me wanted to replay and peek again and hope that I would beat him. But another part of me thought, if I go into the gas, the odds of him seeing me would be quite low. So it was kind of a 50-50 play there. And, you know, it didn't work, but it was still worth a shot. I felt like if I re-peeked him the second time, he would have been like, well, he's on the roof. I know exactly where he is. And probably would have killed me relatively quickly. Where was this other guy? Chauvin, or whatever the hell his name was. Because he was sus as hell, this other dude. As well. Like, he was really, really sus. The Cobra dude's dead. Hardware bans can work, but you can circumvent them. The problem is, right, the thing with anti-cheat, right, is you need the most aggressive anti-cheat possible. You need to ban IP addresses, you need to ban hardware, you need to do all of it. But Call of Duty aren't willing to do that, and I don't know why. I just don't think they're willing to cough up the money for it. Which is the sad thing. I like solo duos more than regular solos because there's less camping. Yeah, I feel you on that one, dude. But stimulus solos, I think people play a little bit more aggressively, which is what I like. Where was this other dude? His name was like Chauvin or Chauvin or whatever. Sadly, not the real Symphony, but I have played a shit ton of pro players to the extent that it's almost jarring how frequently we get matched with them. Where is this kid? There he is. Like, Call of Duty angers me because they don't want to pay. They don't want to pay for good anti-cheat. You know? They don't want to pay for it. Maybe because it might be strict and ban legit players. If it bans legit... This is the thing. A legit player will appeal their case about as much as they humanly can. And what you need to bear in mind as well is that if you have an anti-cheat, it literally scans your computer to detect programs that are running. Like, what's known as a kernel 0 anti-cheat, which is what Valorant has, scans your computer at a constant level to make sure that you are not running any program, even if it's an arbitrary program, like, you know, something like you could make up the program and call it random program 1, and the anti-cheat would still go, that's dodgy. You know, it's very, very strange how they don't have it. They seem to be doing almost a Battlefield 5 system where you just report players and maybe they'll get banned, which is terrible. Why is it the PlayStation could turn off crossplay but not Xbox? Because PlayStation is very anti-crossplay. PlayStation is aware that they can make money off of selling their games on PC, like Horizon Zero Dawn. But a lot of them, like, a lot of the players, like, a lot of PC players, I'm gonna be honest with you, right, as a PC gamer, PC gaming has too many hackers. Like, there needs to be something changed soon, because especially in free-to-play games, way too many hackers. Paid games less so. Like, I think I've encountered one hacker on Hell Let Loose, one hacker on Squad in all my years of paid games like those. But hackers are very common. And I do genuinely believe that, like, all of the game publishers and studios need to come together and be like, okay, this is the program we're going to use to stop this. The problem with SPMM Warzone, Rich, is that they recently changed how players' stats work so that they don't automatically show by default. I had to re-enable showing my stats. And I don't mind showing my stats. Like, a lot of people have added me. They're like, oh, you play in a lot of bronze and silver lobbies. And yeah, that's true. You know, I do, actually. But that's just because sometimes I stream and record at, like, 1 p.m. or 12 in the, like, midday or 11 a.m. when nobody is online. So I'm bound to get easier lobbies. When I play games like this, I guarantee you these are all gold or diamond lobbies at the bare minimum. But I very rarely stream in the evening. I do my best to stream or record in the day. And most of the streamers are the same, whether that's Symphony, TP, Nick Mercs, whoever it is. They all know that if they play earlier in the day, they will face less cheaters. And they'll face less sweaty lobbies. They all know that. Like, that's just how it works. And it's the intelligent thing to do. Like, I re-enabled my stats. I have no problem with my stats. Like, if people look at my games and go, oh, he's a bit funny, that's fine. I have no issue with that. Because I know that I play earlier in the day, and that's how those statistics accumulate. So yeah, it doesn't really bother me. But I can understand why some of them have disabled it, because, like, could you imagine being, like, an actual relatively decent player and just constantly being told you're bot lobbying or you're doing something dodgy? Like, it would get tiring. I'm gonna wait for these guys. Because they are gonna come down. They don't realize that I've already made it in the hole. Hey, thank you, 76 Design. Welcome to Private, my dude. Thank you very much for becoming a channel member, supporting the cause, supporting the channel. I've really got to say a big shout out to all the channel members recently. A lot of you have signed up to become a channel member, and it brings me a step closer every day to doing YouTube full time, and I can only thank you so much. I'm hoping by the end of this year that full-time YouTube is a financially viable option for me. So thank you very much, guys. Why haven't they come in yet? Have they all died? Have they gone down the other hole? I'm moderately concerned about the lack of players. Do I have a full-time job? Yes, I do. I have a full-time job on top of streaming, which is hard. I will be honest with you, it's hard to do. So I have a regular 9-to-5 job. I have 2 days off a week, which is when I normally do most of my videos. I make them on my days off, or I do it really early in the morning. It's difficult, dude. I will be honest with you. Like, I envy YouTubers who have this as a full-time job, because it's like, if I was able to wake up every day at 9 a.m, 8 a.m, and commit to this and make videos, and then do a stream during the day and during the evening release videos, like, I know for a fact they would do well. It just isn't a risk I can financially take at the moment. So with a 9-to-5 job, it is hard. I will be honest with you, it's hard. It's hard balancing streaming and life. It's hard balancing social life, streaming, and work. It's almost like having a second job in many ways, and it can be difficult. It's a busy lifestyle, but I feel like I've gotten relatively good with time management over the years. I've just sort of like, I've gotten to a point with YouTube personally, like just to speak on it a little bit. I've gotten to a point with YouTube where it's like, do it or don't do it. You know, like a point in my life where it's like, if you're gonna do this, do it. If you're not gonna do it, stop complaining and just stop doing it, right? That's where I got with it, because like, you know, I finished university, I had to get a job. It was either like put up with it, put in the hours and make it happen, or just stop doing it and stop moaning about it. But the truth is, I just love doing it so much that was never an option. So for me, it's been about, you know, managing my time and just really giving it a go. Like, you know, around about April last year, give or take, so February, April, I told myself that I would really try YouTube for a year and just see where it gets me, and if the growth is there, I will keep trying. And around about the part, like, we went from 15,000 subs last April to 31,000 in January 21, which is a really explosive amount of growth. You know, I'm really lucky because I got people like Jack, Stod, and Westy, who not only are really good friends and, like, you know, make it really easy to record content because we're all together and we're all having a good time. But they do actively support me as well, you know, like they'll tag me in their videos, or they'll, like, you know, pin a comment of mine. So it's really a healthy amount of growth that I'm quite happy with. And yeah, you know, hopefully someday in the future, hopefully within the next year or so, I can give up my 9 to 5 and just sort of hit YouTube full time, because that's what I'd love to do. I'm very lucky, and the way I describe it to my friends who ask me about it is like, when you study for school, right? Like, you tend to do better when you have good friends who you study well with. Like, because I have friends that I like to mess around with and just piss about in class, so to speak, back in the day. But then I also have friends that, like, you know, I would sit with some friends because I know that we studied well together, and they would, you know, help me out and I'd help them out. And that's kind of what it's like playing with Jack, Westy, and Stod. It's like, you know, part of me's like, hey, I'm having like a really great time, but another part of me's like, you know, I'm learning a lot from these guys. I'm learning about what it is to be a good content creator. Learning the ropes, so to speak, and also having a great time with it. So it's a very privileged position to be in. That is a very bad peek from me. So yeah, very, very lucky in the situation I'm in. I am lucky enough to have a home office. Me and my girlfriend specifically looked for a place that would accommodate an office for her, because she has quite a intensive job, and also an office for me to conduct my YouTube shenanigans. And that's what we got out of it. I will show my controller settings soon. So it is quite a difficult grind, you know, and I've got really lucky people around me. I've got, you know, Westy, Stod, Jack, Broken Machine, Tomo, Fireborn, Aculite, all the guys I've played with, and, you know, the stuff I've learned from them over the years. And some of the Battlefield guys too, like Flakfire, just like chatting to them and learning about the ropes of this. Has really put me in a good position, I feel, to take this to another level, which is very, very exciting. So yeah, you know, just keep grinding with it, see where it goes. Like, I'd love to think that I think by the end of this year, I can get around 50 to 60,000 subscribers. And if my viewership keeps growing, I do genuinely believe that there is a possibility that within the next year or so, I could take this to a full-time endeavor. And that's just something I have to keep working on. Yeah, we will be showing off the controller settings soon. So it is a lot of work, I will be honest with you. It is a pain in the ass, but I've got a very supportive crew around me. I've got all my YouTube pals who've helped me out, show me the ropes, support me in my endeavors. And I've also got, you know, a really great community of Discord folks, channel members, people like yourselves who are tuning in right now, who make this journey more viable and more possible for me every day. Like, you know, it's difficult to explain, but in the grand scheme of things, like, if I was streaming and there was no one here to support me, you know, like, if I did this for 6 months and nobody showed up, it's hard. You know, it's a real kick in the morale. But I've been very, very lucky. Like, so many of you guys have been very supportive of me. And And I don't know, like, it's difficult to explain. Like, you know, from the very first day I streamed, I just felt it. Like, I just felt that people were actually willing to, you know, support the channel and see where it would go. The first day I streamed Postscriptum, people were actually interested in watching. Even though with Postscriptum, like, I had crappy internet at the time and I had so many issues with my stream, and it looked a fraction, like, my stream looked nowhere near as professional as my current stream does. So it's, yeah, just a lot of learning curves and stuff like that. This guy, I reckon I can kill.
Call for fire. Target's marked.
Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel.
This is loading to 0. Good copy. Enemy UAV overhead.
I'm just gonna keep moving. Like, to be honest with you, whether it's 10 people watching me or 100 people watching me, I just kind of enjoy it. Like, I just enjoy having fun with video games and sharing that experience with people. And, you know, if I can do that as a more full-time thing one day in the future, that'd be sick. How did you meet? How did you get started? How did you meet Jack, Stod, Westy, etc.? So I got started when I was about 16, I want to say. Like, I got started when I was about 16, and the thing for me was, like, I was playing video games and I was good at them, but that was the extent of it. And I'm quite, by default, a very productive person, in the sense that if I'm not doing something that actively interests me or is creative or benefits me in some sort of way, I'm not that interested in it. And with video games, it was like, well, if I'm playing all these video games for hours every evening, I may as well do something with it, right? Obviously, I didn't start streaming when I was 16, you know, I was just messing around with the idea of YouTube and making videos and seeing how that would go. Naturally, that kind of develops by itself. So yeah, like, I just messed around with it for a while, and I managed to get, like, a fair amount of subs. I just got dunked on, but that's fine. I managed to get a fair amount of subscribers, which was pretty sick. And then, yeah, just sort of kept giving it a go. I'm actually going to spec this guy because he's a level 42, which I find very interesting. Just kept giving it a go, and then, like, during uni, I sort of did it here and there whilst I was doing my degree. And then just sort of hit it full time. But I was quite lucky. I met, like, Jack, Westy, Stod, and so on and so forth. When I went to like, my first EA events. Because EA were like, hey, you know, you make Battlefield videos. We like your stuff. Can we fly you out to Stockholm, LA, whatever it happens to be, to come and do some recording? Or, like, give us feedback, whatever it happens to be. And I've been to, you know, probably more than 15 to 20 of those events by now. And that's where I met most of these guys, and that's kind of where I learned the ropes about YouTube and stuff. And yeah, I think it was about a year ago I kind of sort of decided that, you know, I've got the potential here. You know, I've got companies who are willing to sponsor me. I've got people like EA who are willing to, you know, fly me to LA and do stuff like that. And yeah, to me it was just sort of like, cool, you know, give it a go. See what happens, right? And just see how it goes. And yeah, you know, it's been really successful ever since, so we're just going to keep it going. But yeah, it was really nice. I mean, I think one of the bonuses is, like, the UK community for Battlefield is very close-knit. Like, whenever we go to an event or something, whether it's like a capture event or E3 or whatever it happens to be, Gamescom, we always chill together. Like, it's the UK team that hangs out together. And, like, yeah, you know, it's just happened to have that fortunate, like, kind of level where the UK guys sort of chilled together, and from that, kind of learned a bit more from them. And the ironic thing that I always say is that a lot of us were actually pretty good mates. Like, we always had a good laugh when we went to these events, but we never really played together. Then lo and behold, Warzone came along, and we all started playing together. I'm gonna watch this guy because he's interesting. I'm not saying he's a hacker. I'm not 100% certain on that, but he's level 43 and he's picked up, like, He's picked up a Mac 10 off of somebody's body. Ah, he's definitely not hacking. I enjoyed, like... Don't get me wrong, sometimes I sweat it out in Warzone, and I'll be super focused. Really, really focused. But I like talking to my chat, you know? I like having discussions about things and, you know, having questions asked. And yeah, that's just really handy. Full-time YouTube is my dream. I got a decent amount on Instagram and can't figure out how to get a YouTube following. Any advice on that? I sometimes give out YouTube advice, and I can do it whilst we're warming up here. YouTube is very complicated. Like, it doesn't seem complicated, but it is very complicated. What I would do is take a very popular YouTube. I always like to use Westy as an example, because Westy is very good at growing his channel. He's very, very good at it. Very talented at growing his channel. And look at how he phrases his titles. Look at his description. Look at his thumbnails. And everything about those is eye-catching. It makes you want to watch what he has. Because YouTube is an algorithm. And YouTube, statistically, it's... YouTube is, does somebody want to click on your video? Yes or no? How long are they watching your video? Are they leaving a like? Are they leaving a comment? Are they doing so on and so forth? Every tiny bit of thing that could be considered engagement is what leads up to whether or not YouTube decides to push your video or just let your video die. So whenever I do a live stream or a video or whatever I'm doing, you know, I make sure the tags are relevant. I make sure the description is pretty good. I make the thumbnail capture it like eye-catching. I make the title sound interesting, even when the video itself may not necessarily be as interesting as the title. You know, people always take the piss out of YouTubers and say, oh, you know, clickbait, whatever. But to be honest with you, these days, YouTube is kind of clickbaity because you have to be, because that's how the algorithm works on YouTube. And I find, like, I'm willing to admit, like, some of my titles are a little bit clickbait, and that's fine. But I like to think that when people click on the video, they end up getting solid content in the end. So that's why it's reasonable. Obviously, if you click on a video that has a really interesting title and the video's absolute shite, I understand why people get mad about that. But that's kind of how it works. Most people watch but don't like for some reason. It's strange. It's a psychological thing, Mark. Like, I would have... If everybody, when they watched a YouTube video, automatically thought to themselves, oh, should I sub? Should I like? Then I would have a lot of subs and a lot of likes. But you have to cue people to do it. Like, when I tell you guys, let's get 50, 100 likes, it's not because... You know, it's not because I'm like, oh, you must do my bidding, how dare you. It's because people don't think about it until you mention it. There's actually a psychological experiment that explains this. And basically, it's this guy who asks people if they wouldn't mind moving seat on a train or a bus. And people don't move seat, like, you know, unless you know, audibly or visually cue them to do so. And once they have that cue, their brain just sort of goes, yeah, sure. And obviously the reason I ask you guys to like what you see is because if you do enjoy the content, and you do happen to have a good time with it, then chances are you'll be willing to support it. And if you're willing to support it, then chances are that your viewership, your likes, and whatever it happens to be, actually translate to engagement. And when YouTube sees engagement, it goes, okay, show this to more people. Like, when YouTube sees a video reach 100 likes, YouTube says to itself, oh, YouTube says to itself, oh, let's make sure, you know, another 20, 30 people see the video or see the stream. God damn it. I had a stopping power as well there. That guy was really quiet. He just waited. It's actually getting really warm in here. Somebody must be cooking downstairs. Definitely will open a window. Thank you very much, Olaf, for the €5 super chat. Are you going to do videos for the next Battlefield? Absolutely, Chief. I'm very, very excited for the next Battlefield game. Very excited. Yeah, I've been waiting on Battlefield 6 for a while now.
Enemy soldier incoming.
I'm very, very excited for the next Battlefield. I reckon he's going to sit on the left side of this room. And he won't move. I'm willing to bet that he's just sitting in the corner. Interesting. I'm not entirely sure how he ran there. Yeah, the ADS on this isn't great, which definitely doesn't help my cause, but it is what it is. Thank you very much, Olaf. You've been a great supporter of the channel, dude. I really do appreciate it. There are a lot of dudes here. And this is becoming a problem. Thank you very much, King Anderson, for the 50 Swedish krona super chat. We appreciate it, dude. What vids have I got upcoming? I've got a video talking about Warzone hiding the SBMM stats. I also have a video dropping relatively soon, I believe, on Battlefield 6. And then another one on a squad mod. Sorry. There was a guy on this roof right in front of me. I think they just got sniped.
New objective identified.
I don't want to alarm people, but I think they just got sniped. If you could play one game for the rest of your life, what would it be? A modern version of Battlefield 4. Give me modern Battlefield 4 with solid gunplay, updated graphics, a better movement system, and I would play that for the rest of my life.
Mark the target.
All supply boxes located.
It's actually
Into the area. Watch the enemy UAV overhead.
borderline mind-blowing how much work I've had to go through here just to even see what's around me. Hey, thank you so much for over 200 of you being here, folks. I really do appreciate it. That is somebody in fire station tower. I'm actually going to wait for my loadout this time. I'm not in a rush to get it. Sure, I want to have Ghost, but you know what? I can survive without Ghost. Bad Company 2 Rush was top tier. The thing is, Bad Company 2 Rush doesn't hold up by modern standards. That was interesting. I'll probably play Battlefield on both controller and keyboard and mouse. See no reason why not to, you know. Oh, why does it have to be the one place I don't really want it to be? Like, literally where everyone is sniping each other is where they have decided the placement for this loadout drop will be. Which means I'm probably dead, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
How encouraging. What an encouraging situation that was. Damn, I really sat in that situation and said to myself, wow, I'll be fine. Have you invested in both of the new consoles yet? Yes, I have. I own both. I have a Series X and I have a PS5. To be honest with you, I like having a downstairs console just to sort of kick my feet up on the sofa and play some games with. But the primary reason, to be honest with you, is there will be a lot of games on console and on PC that I want to check out. So it makes sense for me to have both. And I'll probably want to record both of those. Just gonna pick up a self-res on a UAV.
I need recon on my position.
UAV entering the AO.
Welcome everybody, hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're enjoying the stream. SBMM video is very well made. I liked it very lot. Thank you very much, Javille. Appreciate it. It was not... It took a while to record. I tried to be as concise as possible, but with a subject matter that was so vast, it was actually quite difficult to remain concise. And explain it in ways that people would understand.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Well, somebody tried sniping me there. I'm not sure who, but somebody did. That might have been them, that might not have been. Yeah, Apex has always had a pretty strong SBMM system. That guy might just be the luckiest man alive because I just did his job for him. I think it's a good year to be on a console, to be honest with you. The PS5 and the Xbox Series X are very exciting consoles. They have good graphics, good processing power, the ability to output a 4K 120 for FPS games. It's a very exciting time to be a console player. They're good value for money, too. Like, in the past, yeah, there was a big case for PC just being drastically superior. But now, like, you know, they've done a really good job. A really, really good job this year. I especially like Xbox's Series S. the reason I like the Series S is because there's a lot of people who don't really care about 4K, are happy with 1080 or 1440p, but still want modern features like, you know, an SSD and stuff like that. And I really do feel like Xbox has done a great job there. And I also feel like people forget that not everybody has a reasonable amount of money, especially with a pandemic, especially people losing their jobs and stuff. Not everybody has a lot of money at the moment, you know, and some people are struggling. And to be honest with you, gaming at the end of the day is a luxury. People don't realize that. It's a luxury because you do need money for this. And I just really love that Xbox has kind of turned that on its head.
Buy station identified.
Gas inbound. Safe zone relocated.
I need recon on my position.
UAV entering the AO. UAV entering the AO. The AO. Enemy UAV.
Oh, you're so lucky. So lucky. You were actual trash as well. Look at him. He was so lucky to beat me. No footsteps there. Literally no footsteps. I had no footsteps in that entire engagement that would have helped me. If I had heard his footsteps, I literally would have cancelled that buy and just instantly deleted him. But there we're done. Do you know what I am going to do? I'm going to make a slight... I like the FFAR. I do. But I think... I do genuinely think I like the, I like the AMAX more. I think that's the problem. I like the AMAX more. Right, that's everything we can do with this gun. Got fluid dynamics as well. I'm actually going to run proximity mine. Yeah, I do run a sniper scope on the car, Jedi. Only found your channel, just see that you play with Stodd and the boys a lot. Cool to watch from your point of view. Thank you, Hyperion. Appreciate it. It's fun. You know, playing with the lads is always good fun. We all have a good similar wavelength together, and it's, you know, it's nice. It's very nice. I put attack laser on the AMAX. I actually don't blame you for doing that. That is a lot of KPMs again. There's a whole host of keyboard and mouse here. Thank you very much, Rich. Appreciate it. We're going to be talking about Call of Duty disabling the API this week, which I think will be interesting. Hey, we got sniped. Oh, nice. What a hip fire. Let's have a look, shall we? We could go for a hot port. A hot port drop. Yeah, let's go for port. I like port. You could definitely swap out the commando foregrip. I think the issue with swapping out the commando is that the gun has a lot of horizontal bounce. And to be honest with you, horizontal bounce is one of those things that even on PC, you can't really compensate for. So that's something I'm weary of.
Eliminate all targets in the AO.
I should have lost that. I shouldn't be alive.
Target identified. Spot the bastard.
To miss both those initial shots there and still live, that was pure luck. Literally pure luck. Cold War guns don't have the sleight of hand perk built in. They have fast mags, but fast mags are the same as using the sleight of hand perk. You know what I mean? It's literally the same thing. It's a slot for a slot. Yeah, no way I should have won that. So my bounty is actually all the way at the bottom here. So I'm going to wait to see where he moves to. Because I can commit to taking him out. I'm just weary that he'll get in the truck. And if I'm out in the open and he's in the truck, he will just delete me. Is he heading back towards prison? Surely not. He's actually heading to prison. What a wet wipe. Alright, well I'm not chasing him to prison. I like the FFAR, but I think a fully spec'd FFAR, like, is mostly kind of an SMG in Warzone. And at that point, you may as well just run an SMG. Because the FFAR isn't great over medium range. It's good, but the AMAX is better. I think if you're gonna run an FFAR, you may as well run an AMAX. That's kind of what I've learned about it so far. This geezer's gonna get his guns and he's gonna be able to get them. I mean, that dude's got guns now. Because he's just robbed the guns off the guy he's just killed. That wasn't the skin I saw, though. That was not the skin that I saw. There may still be another dude here.
Out of time. Scrub the contract.
MP7 or FFAR? Probably not. I would run a high time to kill, like a really fast time to kill SMG, like the MAC-10 or the MP5. I'd probably run Modern Warfare MP5 too, to be honest with you. I get some people think that the Cold War one is better, but in my humble opinion, having a faster rate of fire and being less accurate is kind of what, like, the MP5 is good because it's high rate of fire, high damage, but also highly accurate. You can get a lot of headshots with an MP5. But when you bring the Cold War MP5 into the fray, it's higher rate of fire, still relatively high damage, but it's low accuracy. So I don't actually think it's as good. The only reason I think people want to use the Cold War MP5 is because it's something new and they get to try something different. And a lot of content creators are going to make videos just because it's something different. Like, that's something I will say about content creators. Like, some of them do it because they're interested and they want to explore the idea. A lot of people do it because it's, you know, it's different and people will watch the video. Alright, this guy is definitely in here. How do I want to approach this? If I go up the zip, I'm probably dead. And that's the truth. I need to go now. He thinks I'm the truck. 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 I'm certain of it. He doesn't realize that I'm not the truck. Let's go, baby. Okay. Holy shit. 76 Design with the $100 super chat. Love the content. Wish I could stay for the rest, but I'll be tuning in more often. Best of luck. Thank you very much, 76 Design. I appreciate it, dude. And thank you so much for your very generous super chat. Most of the super chats we get on this channel go towards things like graphics design, buying new equipment and that kind of stuff. And thank you very much for being a patron of that. I really do appreciate it. Crazy numbers, dude. Thank you so much. All right, what I need to do is I need to half my odds here. Throw one down here. Because this guy's panicking. If he did jump off the roof and come back, he thinks the roof is still clear. So, just gotta play this smart. But thank you very much, 76 Design. I appreciate it, Chief. What is he gonna do? That's what I want to know. Like, where is he gonna go? Is he gonna go for his ghost? Is he gonna sit? Okay, that is a player on the move. But not quite on the move. He's literally in this room. I refuse to believe that he is not in this room.
Time expired. We lost the target.
I've dismembered him. Sorry. I could have made that push earlier, but you know what? I'd rather just play it safe. I'd rather just play it safe.
Enemy soldier incoming.
That'll be the same guy coming back again. Dead silence would have been an absolute miracle, but pro tip for all of you out there. If you walk down the stairs, like the actual railing of the staircase, you make more or less no noise. I actually don't like this rooftop because there's too many entrance points. I think the best place for us to be right now is back here.
Moving here.
Because here there is one entrance. You know, there's only one way up, one way down. It's very easy to hold.
Enemy team is tracking your position.
I like holdable positions. This is going to be a very strange map. I can feel it. This is going to be a strange game where this could finish anywhere. And a lot of people are going to be playing passively. Not that many people are going to be moving right now, I don't think. Trying to look around. There is a dude. Ooh. I was willing to try, you know?
Enemy marked.
He's riot shielding me. I gotta respect that. I actually have to respect that. ADS speed isn't everything.
Enemy UAV overhead.
I don't know my ghost loadout because for some reason it spawned like 75 years away from me. I see you. I see you. You thought you had me, but I see you. I'm actually quite interested to see what's happening over here.
Inbound. Marking new safe zone.
Because I feel like dudes are fighting. I do not have a lot of sniper ammo. Which is something I need to be wary of. That being said... I do have a police station right next to me. We should cross early in this situation. You gotta go early. Sure, I might get killed. But not crossing this storm drain early will definitely get me killed. Like, if I cross late, I'm as good as cooked. I'm already dead. The SKS has always been solid, but it has a lot of kick to it. And a lot of visual bounce, which is why most people don't use it. Like, the SKS and the EBR, for example, have always been good weapons. It's just they are not suited to most Warzone engagements. Because most Warzone engagements are mad lad material, you know? Like, it's snappy, fast engagements that you need to nail them in one shot or nail them in one burst. You don't have the option to try and land 3 headshots or 3 weapons. What we need really is we need to get to this building here. Alright, we got some dudes fighting up on our left here. That sounds like a Mac 10.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Like, if I'm not seeing them on first glance here, I'm gonna keep moving. And the reason for that is very simple. That guy really had no idea just how dead he was.
Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy UAV overhead.
Got you covered.
I was just about to ask if they killed each other for me, or like,
UAV overhead.
you know, what the situation was there. I'm just gonna go for this kid's loot. I need the ammo, really. The good thing about this building is that there's no natural ways to get in beyond the staircase. Like, unless you bring a vehicle up to the window, you can't vault through the window. The problem with the DMR, right, guys, and the problem with
Marking you safe.
marksman rifle, well, tactical rifles as they're called, is that they're now kind of one-trick ponies. Like, they are only good at medium range. That is the only thing they can do.
25 remaining. Nicely done.
I'll tell you what, I do have a lot of cash, but I don't have a lot to use it with. I'm actually okay crossing out in the open here. I don't think it's that bad an issue.
Repositioning.
Moving.
Is vehicle warfare.
Enemy UAV overhead.
I've got more than one below me now. I'm fighting everyone for this building. The fact that some of these people think it is respectful for them to show up to my building, stand in said building, and continue to operate as though I'm not here is ridiculous. These guys are coming up to my building and just waiting. Do you know how mad that is? Do you know how rude that is?
Enemy UAV overhead.
Get out of my building! Leave me alone!
I need recon on my position.
UAV entering the AO. UAV entering the AO. Enemy precision airstrike. Take cover.
Oh, this is sweaty, sweaty, sweaty. I feel so sweaty, sweaty, sweaty. There are 4 of us left, allegedly. How are there 4 of us alive? Are they all hiding in bushes? What is going on? Da 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 dun. Da 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 dun. I don't know what's happening. There he is. You exposed yourself. You're going down today. Let's go, baby! Let's go, baby! We love to see it! Oh, that was ridiculous. I did not enjoy that. That was butt-clenching material right there. I did not enjoy that one bit. Hey, welcome, Jack. Good to see you, man. Oh, God. That was, heart palpitating. Oh, there's always a couple. Will I get any abuse? No, we won't get any abuse. I got very lucky there. I'm surprised, like, that last guy was actually quite good. Like, he nailed quite a few good rounds on me. And he just, he choked. He just choked. I think he switched to his Car 98 to try and get the quick finish. And it didn't quite work out. But we absolutely clapped that one. You missed it earlier today, Jack. We had a very interesting game, actually. We finished third in that game, but we killed 2 cheaters in solo stimulus, which was fabulous. 2 cheaters just absolutely humbled them. Whew. Ridiculous. Ridiculous stuff. We love to see it, though. That was, spicy. Spicy indeed. I thank you very much, Mr. Fix-It. I hope you have a good time, good evening. Thank you for joining us. Big GG's, boys. Big GG's. Hey, Jeff Johnson, thank you for the $25 super chat, dude. Appreciate it. Thank you so much, man. Oh, right. I'm in a mood today. I'm in a mood this evening. You know, a mood. We killed 2 hackers today. We've got 2 or 3 wins now, which is pretty spicy. A couple top 5s. We've played against more keyboard and mice players than I'd like to really do, to be honest with you. Do you know what? One thing I am going to do, before I do this, I never actually bought the Shadow AMAX, and I'm going to do that. Because I kind of want the Shadow AMAX. So I'm going to use some skin-based matchmaking here, boys, and it's going to be fine. I never bought the Shadow AMAX. I've kind of always wanted the Shadow AMAX, so we're going to take the Shadow AMAX. We want that Commando. We want that 45 round. Oh, this has an actual 45 round mag. Nice. We couldn't care less about that. And we want ourselves a nice Corp Hollow. Very spicy. Very spicy stuff today, guys. Thank you so much for all the support. It's been lovely. It's been lovely so far. Yeah, I kind of faked him out there. Like, something I do quite a lot, actually, when I play solos, duos, trios, quads, wherever it happens to be, is... In fact, a lot of my Warzone gameplay, generally speaking, is trying to play on what the average person would expect. So, for example, in that scenario there, where he had already tagged me quite significantly, I was very low on health, he was expecting me to panic and play. He was thinking, this kid is absolutely cacking it, he's going to play, he hasn't thrown a tactical grenade at me. Most people would panic and throw like a stun grenade or try and like slow them down. I didn't do any of that, so he probably thought I was going to prone behind the tree and play. But for me, the intelligent play was play on his aggression, because I knew he was going to push me like that. Play on that aggression, peek out from the left-hand side, because the obvious thing for me would have been to use the low ground, which was on my right-hand side, and just try and spin him as best as I could, and I think we did a pretty good job there. Again, you know, everything's a little bit of luck, but I think we really played that quite nicely. Hey, thank you, Jeff. Appreciate it, man. I thank you guys for reaching 100 likes as well. It's been very spicy so far. Very spicy indeed. And all the crazy super chats today. It's been ridiculous. You guys have been coming in clutch today. Thank you so much. A lovely post-work beamage. Oh, we got some TTV, lads. We love to see it. See, the only bonus of playing Stimulus solos, right? I don't normally play solos a lot, but the only bonus of Stimulus solos is that there are a lot of TTVers. But the best thing about it is a lot of them get killed by other people before I even have to deal with them. Let's see if we can get the 4th one. Thank you guys very much for the support so far. It's been lovely today. I hope you guys have been having a good start to the week, a lovely Monday. I had a very busy Monday. Actually, I have a really awful story about today. My girlfriend absolutely bottled it today, I will be honest with you. So she went to go drop off something at the post office, and I was like, cool, you know, whatever. I was working in my office, headphones on, noise-cancelling headphones, doing my work, doing what I had to do. And she had locked herself out of the house without keys and without her phone. So she ended up having to, like, throw pebbles somewhere at my office window and hope that I'd notice. And it was like half an hour until I realized what was going on. She was so unlucky. Like, I felt so bad. I felt really, really bad about it. Plus, it's like, it's not exactly warm in the UK right now. You know what I'm saying? He knows I'm here. If I had any other gun that wasn't the FFAR there, I was basically dead. Not a great predicament to be in. Keep wandering around here, gather some plates. Do you know what the crazy thing is, right? The mad thing about it, right? The mad thing about her locking herself out today was the only reason I realized she was knocked out. No, not knocked out, but locked out. I mean, she may as well have been knocked out. It's that bloody cold outside. Was that a plane flew really low over our house, and I was like, oh, you know, that seems strange. You know, let me take a look at the plane, you know, like, what, like, it was really low. Like, it was, I actually checked it on Skyscanner. It was, like, less than 1,000 feet over my house. So I looked out the window and luckily caught her throwing a pebble at the window. She was absolutely fuming, I will say, but not on me, thankfully. She kind of realized it was, her own error, so to speak. Right, we've got somebody attempting to bounty us here. Which I've only just realized. Thank you, Landlord Pirate, for the £20 super chat. Appreciate it, Chief. I reckon this geezer's above me. He's gone through the window out here, and he thinks I'm in the store. Did you hear the sonic boom the other week? I did not, but I do hear them quite frequently. So he's just attempted to grenade me. This guy's definitely a TTV sweat. I can feel it in my bones. Get dunked on, kid. I feel borderline disrespected. Call in a UAV because people are attracted to sound. Do you reckon it's the same guy? I think it is. I'm willing to bet that it probably is.
Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel. Enemy UAV overhead.
Hey there, Sith. Good to see you. Lucas, we'd love to see it. Hope you're doing well, Lucas. I'm gonna have to get some squad or hella loose in sometime soon, dude. It's been a minute. Or even some COD. Now that he isn't complete arse. It's literally the same dude. It's the same dude because he's so... Look, This is something I've come to learn about COD players. They really, really, really hate it when you kill them. Didn't quite nail that as much as I would have liked. But it's fine, because this kid is always going to appear on my Harvey sensor. Kar 98 VLK, it's an interesting choice. Hey, welcome back, Jim Jamico. I'm going to do my best to talk you guys through how we're playing. That's something I do like to do. It's just a bit more of a task than... why did he parachute? Is that... I don't trust this. I feel like he parachuted because... I don't know. He's either going for the buy station. Or... he either went to the buy station there, or this is the best fake you've seen in ages. A lot of games play differently on console and PC, Machiavelli. I think it's because console players by nature tend to play a bit more aggressively, and also because they don't have the precision of a keyboard and mouse, they like to get into closer range engagements. This guy is like fully sent away, so I'm going to do the same. Train station is kind of the middle of the zone here, so I am weary of actually leaving here, but I might pick up like a bounty or something. Yeah, we're doing a bit of stimulus solos today. I'm not really rushing to get kills or anything. Like, the kills will come naturally, you know, there's no need to overdo it or anything. You know, you guys aren't tuning into world's #1 kill race, that's for sure. Solos is one of those things where you have to play more methodically than you do aggressively. There are moments for aggression, but it's primarily methodical gameplay that gets you anywhere. Like this, for example. I could push across there, but that would 100% get me killed. I can almost guarantee crossing that big open bit of terrain right there, instant dead. He's doing the scout. Alright, we're definitely getting our ghost loady, because something we haven't had for a while now is a ghost loady. Yeah, don't get me wrong, like, I've got respect for kill race players. You know, they're very good at what they do. But something that I like about playing with the lads, playing with like Jack, Stod, Westy, and the crew, Tomo, Broken, is that we're all very much more attuned to winning the game than we are necessarily stacking kill count. To be honest with you, I'm probably the worst for running off and trying to murder people. Out of all of them. I think he's just gone around me, you know? I think he's either parachuting to the buy station or he's watching the buy station. Either way, we're going to go up the railing. I think I just heard a parachute. COD? Very confused why I didn't go up the ladder there. I reckon this geezer's ghosted. I reckon he just went for his ghost loadout. Getting the kill record but lost to a stim glitcher, that is literally devastating. Imagine doing all of that work and losing to a stim glitcher. Like, I'm annoyed when I play a game well and lose to a stim glitcher. Imagine setting a record and losing to a stim glitcher. Do you know how crazy that is? Alright, this geezer's definitely going for the buy station. Or not. I mean, there's no point shooting at him, is there? Realistically. That's probably his loadout. I don't like this roof that I'm on. I don't like it at all. There's just something about it. I'm not feeling it. I feel like I'm going to be murdered on that roof. Dead easy. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why we always run thermite. We run thermite in this house. Thermite is, in my opinion, the best secondary thing you can have. Because not only does it create a lot of, like, noise, it creates a lot of noise, it's visually quite jarring, it's an area denial device, and if you land it on someone, it absolutely melts them.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Man, I'm good. Go on. Humor me. Thermites are also brilliant against vehicles, yeah. Now he's thinking to himself, I haven't heard anyone, it's safe. Let me use the helicopter as audio cover. I'm telling you folks, this is Foresight level 100 gameplay, alright? That's what we do in this department. We bring you gameplay with Foresight. Not entirely sure where I got sniped at there. And I'm not going to sit around to find out where. What I am going to do, though, is go get myself a self-res on a UAV.
Requesting recon.
And in this house, we pop UAVs right away because we don't want to instantly be murdered by random various people. And the best building for us to take right now is probably the buildings in front of us until the zone collapses. That big green building until the zone collapses is probably the best building we're going to get. Bank is an option, but that is too... Problem with bank is there's 2 entry points to bank, and that is in itself its own task. Hey, let's see if we can smash that 200 like margin, boys. We're just playing patient, you know? We're not rushing. And that's because we don't need to rush. Now, the thing we have to be wary of here, right? So there's a couple of things we got to think about here. For starters, we have these helicopters. Now, if I close the door, the audio inside is much better, which is an option available to me. So the helicopters are a problem because they're going to mask people's footsteps. They're going to make it easier. The other issue is that the entire north side of this segment here, 1, 2, 3, 4 buildings, have a vertical advantage on me, meaning that they can very easily see me and I will struggle to see them. The other issue is that we also have this building right next to me and this building which has a vertical advantage next to me. So the reason I'm not actually on the roof completely and I'm just peeking this door is very simple. Because everywhere else around me has an advantage where they can literally instantly melt me. So we're just playing patient. We're being intelligent with it. We're not forcing ourselves into long-winded gunfights or sniping matches where no one's going to get the plates or anything. Like, it's just going to be like, who can lose their plates faster. All we're doing in this scenario is just waiting for the zone to collapse to give us a better and more advantageous position. That's all we're doing here. That guy had a vertical advantage, and it didn't matter. Because we played smart, we played close. That's a triple UAV, but we are ghosted. Because if I go out on this roof and I start clapping people left, right, and center, right, now that's the spot to be. Now there is a very clear and easily defined position here that is going to be superior to every other position.
We got recon online.
Enemy UAV overhead. Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel.
Go on, bust my door.
Remain. Solid work so far.
Ah, he decided to sit. And that is why we go early. Look at the number of solos who just attempted to converge on this position. That is why we go early. Lots of people tried converging on the position, but they couldn't get it.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Because I went early. Hey, 200 likes. We love to see it, boys. Thank you so much. Always have that UAV handy. Go early. Figure out what the threat is. Figure out the likelihood of you attaining the power position. And notice how we're not staying too scoped in. I would rather somebody claps me first and I replay and try and shoot back than I scope in for too long and get instantly headshotted. Like that example there. In fact, I wasn't even scoped in for too long in that case. I just got peeked for an angle I wasn't expecting.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Now, a lot of people are thinking to themselves, bearing in mind, there are still people below me. And the dudes below me, they're all thinking to themselves, what can I use to get behind this guy? That's literally all they're thinking. They're thinking to themselves, is it audio cover? Is it visual cover? They're all thinking to themselves, what can I do so that when the gas comes in, I can get up the ladder when this guy doesn't notice? So I'm firmly fixed on the ladders right now. The ladders are my primary point of attention here because this is what will get me killed right now. If there's anything that's gonna kill me, it's these guys here. Good God, that guy jumped me. He came up so quick. There'll probably be more. In fact, I'm willing to bet on it. Do you know what, man? A truck would be real good in this final zone. I'm gonna hold. I'm actually gonna hold. I'm gonna hold under the presumption that there will be more than that. I would take the plate box, but I genuinely don't think it's gonna be that useful. I knew it. There's always going to be one. Unlucky. Little bit of a jump scare there, but we'll take it. 7th place, not too bad. I actually am a little bit gutted that we ended up using the FFAR over the AMAX, but it seemed to have come in handy there. Definitely performed in a lot of situations. But yeah, that's just how we think. Like, that's just how we go through it. We go through the motions and we think. We just do our best to try and just find out what is the right play here. What is the right way to go about these things? How are we going to get around this? You know, it's not perfect. We didn't have a perfect game there, but we had a good game, a good methodical game. I probably should have preempted that somebody was going to try and hold me out there and stop me from getting off there, because with the number of people who pushed me, it was quite clear that I was there. But, you know, it just happens. It's just one of those things where you can't win every engagement. You can play to 100% the best of your abilities, and you can still get wrecked. Like, that's just how this game works. But solid GG that round. Very solid GG. We love to see it. Rebirth solos? I don't know about that, Chief. I don't know about that. I can see Stod is leveling up all of his weapons in zombies. That is a Stod in zombies leveling up his weapons as we speak. Do you think the FFAR is better than the Grau now? To be honest with you, statistically, the Grau is very accurate, but it's not a very powerful weapon. In my opinion, the AMAX is the best one in the game. Enjoying the game more these days? 100%, Blue Monday. You know, now that DMR Zone is formally dead, don't really know why my game is kind of mad ladding here, but now that DMR Zone is dead, I am really enjoying the game a lot more. And I think that's just purely down to the fact that, like, the meta has been shaken up. You know, it's not... Yeah, there are a lot of hackers, but, you know, I'm primarily playing controller here. So, you know, that's really good. But yeah, I would definitely say I'm 100% enjoying this a lot more. It's just one of those games that, like, you know, ebbs and flows. There'll be periods where you love it, periods where you hate it. But the Grau is very accurate, like I was saying, but I would... to be honest with you, at the moment, I firmly believe that the AMAX is the best weapon you can have in the game right now. We did indeed entrust Dazzy with the blue spanner for dealing with spanners, ironically. The thing about our live service, right, is, like, games will get better and worse progressively. Warzone is just an accelerated live service where more people are playing and more attention is drawn to it. But every live service gets better and worse. I mean, Battlefield 5, if you want to call Battlefield 5 a live service, I would say it's more of a we tried service. You know, even that, you know, when the Pacific dropped was filthy. Really, really good. Like, the pinnacle of Battlefield 5 was the Pacific. Don't you have PayPal donations? Super Chat is awful. It takes 30% of the donations. So the reason I use Super Chat is very simple. YouTube does not allow people to charge back through Super Chats. If you purchase a Super Chat on YouTube, if you charge back, it doesn't affect me, because either YouTube will still pay me or they will not allow that person to charge back. And I've seen a lot of horror stories online about, you know, people who have had a charge back and it's like messed up a lot of their income, or like, you know, whatever it so happens to be. And I would rather YouTube takes 30% and keeps me safe from chargebacks than, you know, getting a big donation and just getting wrecked by some random geezer. Because somebody can charge back in a month, 6 months, or even a year, you know? There's no guarantees that that money will ever be safe to use if it's in your PayPal. Whereas when it comes to YouTube, I know. I always know that the income I've received from Super Chats is guaranteed. The only thing I will say to people is that if you do happen to be interested in dropping a Super Chat, not that it's a requirement of the channel or anything, but if you do happen to drop a Super Chat, do it through your desktop or through the browser. Don't do it through like an Apple phone. If you do it through an iPhone, Apple will also try and take another percentage on top of that. Just a fun fact I learned from my YouTube partner manager, because that's just how Apple operate. Do a Patreon. Maybe. I mean, if there's enough interest for it, we might do in the future. Memberships are much like a Patreon, I guess, in a way. But I guess a Patreon is available to more regions and stuff, so I could see why that would be appealing to some.
Be advised, enemy team is tracking your location.
I'm pretty sure this guy was fighting someone else, so I am curious. But yeah, I just think, like, I get the question a lot about, like, why I don't use PayPal donations. And, you know, sure, live fast, die young, you know, but I'd much rather have secure income that's protected by Google than anything else. And you know what? If it takes them taking 30%, that's fine. I'm not really sure if it works on iPads, Matt, but in future, just... like, don't get me wrong, like, I'm not saying you guys, oh, how dare you donate for a Super Chat using your Apple device, you horrible human beings. You know, the reason I tell people this stuff is just because a lot of people do support me. And I just like to let them know how best to, really, I guess. Like, it's kind of I'm trying to be courteous, I guess, in a way. But yeah, like, just if you do happen to be interested in a Super Chat, I would recommend doing it through... a browser, so just open Safari or Chrome or whatever and just do it through there. I would definitely support a Patreon. If you do a Patreon, I'm fully on board. Well, lads, I guess we're launching a Patreon then. I guess YouTube membership isn't available in every country, so that's something to be wary of. So if you guys back a Patreon and you're interested in it, I will have to come up with something to support it. But I appreciate you guys, like, asking and inquiring. Like, I honestly don't mind sharing this kind of information. I know talking about, like, money on YouTube is, like, quite a niche topic, but to be honest with you, I don't really give a shit. Like, I want people to feel like when they've, you know, dropped a donation, or if they've, you know, dropped a membership, or whatever it happens to be, I want them to feel like they've gotten something reasonable for it. I'm just going to be pillaged here. I have no idea how I'm alive. I wasted this stopping power, but... TTB OnlyFans? Absolutely. Only Warzone fans. I'm gonna do a Warzone OnlyFans. Call of Duty Warzone OnlyFans coming 2021. And he's dead. And that right there is the Call of Duty Warzone OnlyFans content page. Sorted by itself.
Moving here.
Oh, I nearly got him on the mid-air there.
Never mind.
Patreon is a slippery slope. It is. I guess it's a logical idea for me because it just gives people more options. Which, again, doesn't bother me. Some people will go with YouTube memberships. Other people will go with Patreon. Some of them will only have some of those options available within their country. So, to me, that makes sense, I guess. So it's something we will look into. But I appreciate you guys asking how you can support the channel and how you can support what I'm doing here. It's pretty sick. You know, it's nice to have that feeling of support. Right, this guy definitely thinks he's safe. He is 100% going to come up this ladder any moment now. Where is this guy? Oh, he just jumped, didn't he? What is this guy doing? Like, either push me or don't push me. Like, figure out what it is you're gonna do. Because at the moment, you're just annoying me. I'm gonna be honest. Ah, patient. Very patient. Very, very patient. Can't even hate on that one, to be honest with you. That dude waited. He waited for his moment to shine. And when I finally lapsed in attention, he went for it. Right, guys. Thank you very much for joining me today. That's about all I have time for this evening. As I have promised my girlfriend that we are going to finish Sackboy's Adventure on the PlayStation 5 this evening. Which is very exciting, by the way. Really great game. But yeah, thank you so much for coming out today, guys. Well, we've had a great chat. We've played some good games. We've had a good time. It's been pretty sick. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for everybody who came in with the clutch donations today, all of the new members today, all of the new like subs and everything in between. You know, I really do appreciate it. Today's been a pretty wild and nutty stream in that sense. But yeah, this has been really sick. Thank you guys so much. I hope you learnt something during the gameplay, like when I'm verbally chatting shit and trying to explain what's going on and how I'm approaching things. So we will be live again tomorrow with more Stimulus solos. We're going to be doing that probably in the evening. Wednesday, we will have a video, possibly a stream in the evening. Thursday and Friday, we'll be live around midday, give or take, / 1 p.m. doing regular memes, hopefully with some of the lads. And then over the weekend, we'll just sort of take it as it comes here and there. But thank you very much for coming and joining me today, guys. I really do appreciate it. You guys have been sick. Thank you to everybody who came out today with the super chats, the memberships, the subs, and just spending your time here this evening. Thank you very much. You know, it's been very wonderful. I hope you guys have had a good start to the week, and I hope you guys have a good Tuesday coming in. So good morning, good day, good evening, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.